Hi, friends! This episode is going to feel and sound a lot different because it's the first episode where Matías and I are just hanging out. We've never taken time to do this for fun, so we scheduled it officially. Matías and I spent a few hours painting some minis and just shooting the shit, and this episode sounds like it. It's the perfect episode to try out 1.25 speed playback if you've never done that before on your podcast. Next month, Beth Brophy will be coming in to lead an all-women panel talking about their experiences finding and staying at various role-playing tables throughout the years. In December, it sounds like Matías will be leading a discussion with a group of DMs, giving us all a chance to hear the perspectives of the folks who do all the planning. And on January 10th, we'll be back at Studio 4 in Duluth, Minnesota, recording another live story episode. That's the short-term programming note for Twin Portals. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you on January 10th.
So what's our mission today, Scott?
We're going to do some mini painting.
It's a tough mission.
We're going to do some mini painting, finally. This is something I think we've talked about for a very long time.
It's a wonderful thing to do.
So I've done it once. We've talked about that a little bit in the preamble.
I've done it a handful of times. I mean, I have like a setup from the COVID era. I tried to get more into it, make it like a, as a D&D fan, I was like, well, I guess I should do the mini painting too, because that's what the D&D fans do.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. I find that I don't want to like spend a lot of time doing it. I'm usually more into the writing of the D&D.
Yeah.
But whenever I do it, I really enjoy it. So maybe I should just like recheck my priorities because I think it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
As far as like skill level, I know the basics. I know, your base coat, your wash, your dry brushing, your highlighting, a bit of layering maybe. But if you want like pro tips, I'm not your guy.
No, this is a purely hangout stream. This is something we talked about, like I said, for a while.
Yeah.
Just like kind of getting together and hanging out and not having like a script or necessarily a certain thing we were hoping to accomplish aside from just hanging out.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the point. So audio listeners, I'm sorry this is going to sound different. I'm using different microphones because I didn't want to bring the studio mics out when we were playing with paint. Mm-hmm. So it's going to sound a little bit different for this one, but back to normal for the next episode.
I'm liking the setup, like just in terms of like having an activity and having the microphones catch us both evenly.
Yeah.
The lighting's pretty good. Is this lighting being uneven going to be an issue?
No,
Okay.
I don't care. People understand why it's like that. So
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
What are your painting subjects today,
Okay,
Scott?
yeah. So I went down to one of our local stores, Rogue Robot, because it's on the west side of town, and it means I don't have to drive an extra 10 minutes.
That's where I got most of this stuff, too.
Yeah. I picked up the Half-Orc Barbarian pack, which includes a couple of those. I got a little camera I'll show that off on. One right there. And one a little heavier duty, sort of a winter cloak, got the big great axe, looking at a big shield. The first one, rocking Warhammer. And then I also picked up a giant dragonfly because I was feeling kind of cabiny. I wanted to have something I could play with a color palette a little bit. So, yeah, so I'm going to try those.
Have you thought about where the dragonfly is going to live when it's done?
No, I can't imagine getting to a place with these where I'm satisfied with how they look that I want to display them. Is my thing.
That's the artist's paradox.
That's just me though.
Well, one of the mottos that we have to repeat all the time in my day job, and also really just applies to life in general, is that done is better than perfect.
Oh, yes.
Question is, what is done?
Definitely needed this light. All right, so what am I going to do with this one here?
Yeah. I'm going to start with the mimic because the color scheme is more basic.
What do you got over there?
I've got a mimic. I have some DM staples here. Some of my favorite monsters from the official stuff. A mimic, treasure chest mimic.
Nice.
There he is. So that's that looking pretty good.
Yeah, you're up there on that computer.
Yeah. And then, one of the best monsters in all of D&D, the Flump.
The Flump.
Courtesy of Teos Abadia. Good-natured, psionic jellyfish creatures from the Underdark.
Very much reminds me of which expansion? Burning Crusade from World of Warcraft?
Why Burning Crusade?
Was that the one that went to the...
Outland?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were there flumps in that expansion?
I don't know. I remember one of the areas was very bluey and jellyfishy.
Oh yeah, Sporagar. Yeah.
Sporagar.
Yes, with all
Totally.
the different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were the big stalkers. I remember.
By the
I
way,
spent a lot of time in the world of Warcraft. So yeah.
no, yeah, same, bro.
Yeah.
I also wanted to say these two, your first two, very much out of the Dragon Quest series as well. I don't know about the Mimic exactly. It sounds, I'm sure later on, but not in Dragon Quest 1, but I'm getting definitely like slime and babble energy off of that one.
Yeah. The Flump is an interesting creature. I don't remember the full specific history, but I know that they were in some of the older editions of D&D, and then Wizards almost took them out. But there's this content creator named Teo Sabadia who he's written some stuff, some official stuff, and some fan content. And he does a podcast whose name I'm forgetting right now.
Bummer.
I can post it on the Discord. So hop on. I always reference. People are always asking like, what should I read first? I always reference his blog and his podcast because I think they're amazing. He's a really good content creator. And anyway, he stumped for the Flump really hard for 5th edition and got it included in the Monster Manual, basically single-handedly. So we have him to thank for the awesome. And Flumps have since been a fan favorite since the big revival of D&D in the 2010s. You see them in a lot of content now, a lot of books.
Do I just start dumping on this?
Yeah, you can just squirt some out.
Just
And
squirt some out. You
pretend
prepped that
it's like a French painter's palette, you know?
You prepped it for me.
Yeah, it's just it's moist, so
It's
it
just
doesn't.
Beautiful.
It's moist.
Stop it. We're going to lose our audience.
This is how we separate the wheat from the chaff.
I don't know what that means.
Something that Wesker says in Resident Evil 5, and it always stuck with me. Because he says at the beginning of his boss fight, and I died to that guy like 20 times when I was playing with my roommates in college.
Which Resident Evil was that?
5?
5, okay.
With Chris and Shiva. And in Africa.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm remembering, yes.
And you fight Wesker in it, and he starts his boss fight with, "This is how we separate the wheat from the chaff."
Yeah, I just remember the controversies about it, about just the fact that it existed.
There are controversies. Yes.
Yeah.
Justified.
Yeah.
What colors? Okay, I'll do the Mimic first.
do the
Flump
Mimic?
is tricky.
I'm just starting with brown because I feel like any barbarian's probably safe with brown somewhere. You can, buy brown if you're rolling barbarian.
That's the first color I grabbed.
I think I'm probably messing this up already, which is good. I need something to fix.
It's all about those happy little accidents.
Yeah, bud. All right, I did make a little list of things we could talk about too.
Oh.
Because I was like, I haven't prepped for an episode in a while. Why not give it a shot?
Number 1, string theory.
You start.
I'm reading a book right now. Actually, I actually have things to say about string theory. Not exactly string theory, but like quantum physics.
Good.
You know.
You hit me. Do it.
All right, so recent research in the world of quantum physics and just astrophysics in general shows that it's very likely that the universe is not full of dark energy like they've expected for many, many years now, or at least like 2 or 3 decades. The popular theory has been that dark matter and dark energy are like these invisible things in the backdrop of the universe that control how quickly time passes. Basically, like they dictate like the amount of dark energy and dark matter. This is going to be like a really rudimentary take, but they inform how quickly the universe expands, which in turn determines how quickly time passes. And some science has shown that that's actually just kind of like a silly theory and that they might not even exist at all. And actually what's happening is just the universe is very lumpy, which means that like due to the theory of relativity, time passes more quickly or more slowly just based on the lumpiness of the universe. And what lumpiness is exactly is just kind of like some constants that kind of change. I can't get too much more into it than that, but it's just interesting to think about like time being relative and space being lumpy. That's it.
I did tell you what I was doing before you got here, right? And you're going to drop this quantum physics on me like right out the gate. I can't believe I asked for that.
Yeah, man.
That was my choice.
So how do you feel about that?
Scared now.
Scared about a lumpy universe? I think it's kind of cute.
I don't know what a lumpy universe means.
I don't really know either.
Like, I understand lumpy, I've been familiar with that for a great deal of time.
That's why I kind of like it, because it's like much more close to home than dark matter and dark energy. That sounds spooky to me.
So did the dark matter have motivations? Or was it just like...
No, it's just what they called it.
Just kind of like ebb and flow, like tides?
It's not like the dark side of the Force.
Okay.
So why they chose the term dark matter?
So it's like yin and yang?
I mean, it would be nice if it was. I think that's not what what an astrophysicist would say, but...
yeah, of course not.
But yeah, it's definitely a yin and yang.
But I don't want to paint minis with that person, so we're okay. We're okay.
Because I'm working on Chrono, I try to at least have like the most basic understanding of like what time science is like these days.
Oh, I suppose.
So that's why I read stuff like that, and I'm like, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
If I don't get too deep into it.
Because you're doing writing?
Yeah, we're writing the narrative, and so I want there to be as few paradoxes and poorly explained things as possible.
Okay, well, first question, is it paradoxes?
Paradox? I think so.
Okay.
Paradoxes?
Or paradox, I cannot remember. Medical terminology was a long time ago, and I only passed it because I got an A.
Well, you got one dox, then you got a paradox, and after that you got 3 dox.
Oh, God. That was brutal. I have decided to not use your fancy D&D paints. I'm using this 24-pack I picked up at Michael's when I needed something to paint the numbers in on those Pride die I got the team way back when. Remember?
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, I got, and each one was painted with a different color. That was way back when we were still recording in the recording space. Mm-hmm. Back in at the Teatro. That's
probably for the best. This paint is very old, and it's like kind of lumpy in the jars, but it's still
like the universe.
Oh, it's like what's that movie?
I don't know.
No, Men in Black. You know Men in Black.
I do know Men in Black.
The universe is on the Orion's belt or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was Men in Black 2.
No, that was the first one with the cat.
It was, yeah, you were right. It was the first one.
I'm a Men in Black fan. I know a thing or two about it.
Yeah, a couple things.
Actually, I don't think I've seen Men in Black 2.
That was the one with Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah. Was it really?
Yes, sir.
That's what he's from? Oh.
No.
Oh, no. That's the actor. Like, yeah, okay. I got you. What did he do in Men in Black 2?
He was a henchman.
Oh, okay.
Just, the heavies, well, sort of a whipping boy, I guess would be the term.
Seems appropriate.
Yeah.
My favorite part of mini painting is the wash. I'm looking forward to that part.
What is the wash?
The wash is what you do usually, I think, after your base coat is the right time. It's this stuff. It's like a very watery paint. Mm-hmm. And the idea is that you take, you just kind of like slather it onto your painting, and it just fills in all the cracks. And so it gives anything you've painted like a nice kind of like, sort of like realistic dirtiness. It kind of just like gets darkness in all the dark parts that should be dark. So you just kind of take it and just like put it all over.
I just realized I was handling this by the most fragile part. And that was silly.
Brave man.
No, I almost broke it. I'm not brave. I was just being a silly goose. Just being a silly goose. Yeah, no, I think I'm starting with a little bit of leather here. This was how it went for me the first time. Like I was just very delicate, what's going on, and then after 40 minutes, I'm just like slap, 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 slap. I'll put more on.
That's how it goes for like real artists too.
No, well, I understand I run the risk of losing detail by continuing to add more and more material. Anyways, you went down to the cities this weekend.
Did.
Yeah. Went down to a wedding.
Went down to a wedding.
Nice.
With Angela and the kids.
Nice.
Saw a bunch of her side of the family.
Sweet.
We went down to Red Wing, actually, which I've never been to.
Can you kind of describe it, where it is?
Red Wing is south of Hastings, like southeast of the Twin Cities.
Okay, southeast of the Twin Cities. Got it.
Not quite La Crosse, but that direction. It's right on the Mississippi. It's got a population of like 16,000. So kind of like Stillwater, but like half the size or smaller.
You referenced, a slightly bigger town.
So
I'm also not familiar.
Stillwater? Do you not know the cities, towns very much?
No, I'm basically a Duluth boy.
Sure.
In fact, yeah, every time I'm down, I didn't start going really down to the cities until GPS got good.
Fair enough.
That's where I'm at.
My grandparents live in White Bear Lake, which is like just north of the cities.
Yep.
And then my mom moved there eventually too while I was in college. And so I spent more time down there as an adult.
Gotcha.
So Stillwater is like her favorite place to go to shop.
Yeah,
so.
You and I were both in the cities, or near the cities, or south from here at least, this weekend. And then we both had to drive back up here to this spot to do this.
Yeah, so I don't know about you, but I've been like saving my energy. Like I've been just like actually I've been yelling at my kids a lot today, like in a parental way. I almost lost my voice in the car though, and so I've been trying to like take it easy. Like I felt it starting to go, and I was like, okay, I gotta just kind of take it back.
Yeah.
Because
I can't scream at Scott. He'll take it worse.
So on the way home today, I made the bright call actually of saying, let's go to IKEA, guys.
In the cities?
In the like Mall of America area.
Did you know there was no Vikings game? So there's like people could go do things during the day.
Is that why there were so many people at the Mall of America?
Possibly. Yeah, because the Vikings played on Thursday.
I didn't know that. I don't keep track of the Vikings. I'm a poor sports.
Anytime I'm going to the cities, I look at sports schedules. I know what seasons typically run, so I go to check to see if anything's going to be like a huge mess. Mm-hmm. And ended up seeing, well, the reason I was in the cities, a Valentine's Day present for Laura, that's bullshit. I got me tickets to Symphony of Seasons, the Stardew Valley orchestral show. So it was a 35-piece orchestra, came to the Orpheum and did 2 shows of just Stardew Valley music.
What were I want to know all about it. Like, what were the highlights? What did they do? Did they wear like cute
No,
outfits?
it's an orchestra performing this music that came out of this little 16-bit looking game created by Concerned Ape. I think the Orpheum was probably about 70% full for the matinee. Obviously we weren't there for the second one, but it was fantastic.
That's just awesome.
If you're into Stardew Valley, if you enjoyed the game, if you're just kind of interested in video game music at all, like anytime you can see something like that, go do it, because you get a chance to hear orchestral music with instruments that are, not necessarily classical. So like the conductor was talking about how much fun he was having because he got to conduct an orchestral banjo, for example, for some of these songs. And when does that ever happen?
Was it like a pretty big orchestra or how?
35 pieces.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. Giant harp.
Cool.
It was awesome. And what I forgot was that I had not told Laura that the seats were front row. Which I did because the Orpheum does not have a ton of leg room in their seats. They pack a lot of chairs in there, and your legs are expected to be at 90 degrees. But I'm like, if the seats are available, I love this. I'll look at the screen, and we'll have that extra leg room. Didn't end up happening because they brought up the pit risers, or they just the little wooden thing that separates the pit from the seating was there, which I'd never seen before. So we actually had less room than usual, I think. But we were
you're right there.
Way close, and we got to hear all of the instruments without any amplification. Like all of that monitor stuff was on the side, just the little front ones. Most of it was just all. So it was really nice. Laura ended up having a way better time than she was expecting.
Did they play like footage of the game while they were playing?
Yep, they got a big screen going, and so they do custom videos. They tell little stories. It was actually kind of touching at the end. There were people definitely crying because a lot of people have a lot of really strong feelings. It was a very wholesome game, and a lot of people leaned into it during real hard times.
So. How did it hit you?
Oh, definitely nostalgic, but I had to be cool because Laura was there.
Had to go to the bathroom and cry in private?
No, I would not.
No.
Absolutely never. No, it was really
That sounds so good.
It was great. Laura got decked out. She wore this red dress I'd only seen pictures of, but oh boy. I got blue jeans, a Twin Portals t-shirt, and like a half, barely middle of the road dress up casual type shirt.
Cool.
That's actually a little bit warm too.
Did you guys hit the town before or after? Or
No, so it was a matinee. It was 3 o'clock.
Oh, right.
So we went right there, went right to the lot, found some food nearby, went to the show. After that, we hit Uptown. We went down to the Uptown arcade.
What was that like?
It was great. You ever been there?
No, I don't. I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it.
It's just an arcade. They check your ID at the door because there's a big old bar. They do pizzas in the back. There's actually believe it or not, a donut vending machine from one of the fancy donut makers.
Fantastic.
Down there. I'm not really doing a lot of work here. I'm just talking.
I want to know more, Scott.
I'll keep going. I'm just trying to get some color in this thing.
I've never been to a video game concert, I don't think, and which is silly because I love video game music. Like it's my main thing that I listen to on Spotify.
That may have been my
the man of culture.
5th or 6th one, I think.
Cool.
I went to Video Games Live when it came through the first time.
Uh-huh.
Like, this might have been 2010, 2009, something like that. A long time ago. With Andy Bennett, we went
Long
down.
time ago.
Yeah. That was a great time. I saw a bunch of video game music when I was at PAX 2018.
Yeah.
I went up to Benaroya Hall, and they had, I think, two nights had 3 sets. So I saw some metal, I saw some reggae, I saw a quartet. The Triforce Quartet was playing.
Cool.
I got to meet them.
There's a Twin Cities video game orchestra now.
Is there?
And they do like a few shows a year, and there's also a video game music con in the springtime in the cities.
That one I remember hearing about.
Which they play at. And
Nice.
yeah, David was talking about it, and it sounds like it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Went to the hotel, just the Best Western, and then today we spent most of the day in the Minneapolis Institute of Art, which we'd never been in.
Oh, cool.
Have you ever been?
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah.
The place is great.
It was really sweet in there.
Yeah.
I think I've actually reviewed the operational support grant for them.
Huh.
Would be I have a vague memory of it.
Uh-huh.
And I think those recycle every couple of years, and I've done the last 2 years. So
It's huge.
we ended up, of course, not having enough
Worldwide.
time
Yeah.
to get through all of it. I ended up going to Tea Source, and I bought $80 in tea to supplement the several pounds that are still in the house.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good time.
As
Oh,
one
wait,
does.
I wrote down the names, too. Grasshopper, which I think was chocolate and mint.
Ooh.
Ginger Snap, Witch's Brew, Carrot Cake, Cranberry Spice, Toothless Tiger Chai, which is a caffeine-free chai, and Red Berries is one. I'm excited to try all of those. It's got to crash into the cabin a few times. That was a blast.
Yeah.
How
It's
were the
nice
kids?
and
Did they sleep good that night?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Eliza was like channeling her inner firekeeper.
Oh,
She was so happy to just be throwing wood in that fire.
I remember I had brought all this kindling over to start the fire up, and once you get the fire started, you don't really need the kindling to throw on there. Well, Eliza was determined to clean up every piece of wood in the front of the cabin.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd watch her to make sure she wasn't peeling driftwood off the front.
She may have been.
It's the right of every child. I think I did it when I was a kid,
It was
too.
a little sparkly.
What's that?
Well, just the fire. There was a lot of like tossing small stuff in there.
Oh, yeah. Good times. That's what fire's for. I'm having fun with Mormo.
Yes.
I'm digging going from a character that's so focused on combat to one that's now I'm almost deliberately going towards the social aspects.
Nice. Yeah, it's fun to branch out, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
And
the same with this character that I made too. Like,
yeah, the thing I've got going on right now is knowing the DM and trusting the DM.
helps.
It does, because there's parts of me that are still like, I want to just do all of the damage. That's it. I just want to do all the damage and win all the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's how you.
It's still
efficient.
It's still in me, you know,
Yeah.
that part. But it's so much more satisfying at the table having a skill that isn't combat focused that you can maybe turn to work into this situation. And it's just a different way of thinking than I've played for so very long.
Yeah. I just read an interview by I want to say it's the Dungeon Dads guys, where they were talking about like what they see as the future of actual play shows. And what they said is they see it as going more towards like leaning on narrative and story and trying to get mechanics out of it or more basic and not even like playing like full D&D necessarily, but like they see more shows just trying to like find good improv that's supported by role-playing game systems.
That's the trick.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because we get cell phones that can run any sort of RPG you want to play right now. So you can have your single player experience anywhere you want.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
It's getting together for a group, and the strength is in saying, I can't do that, but I know you can. You know?
That's a beautiful thing.
You know?
Yeah.
Just sort of having, you know, backing up the other people. Finding a way to get through. And then occasionally the dice still, you know, hose you.
Yeah.
But I used to think the worst roll was a 1. Now I know the worst roll is a 2. It's so boring. It's
true.
all bad. It's bad and slow and
Well, then it's up to the DM, right? Like,
Well,
how can a 2 be fun? You just got to fail forward.
How can a 2 be fun?
Yeah,
What's the way to make a 2 fun?
Well, in many of the same ways that a 1 is fun. Just like maybe a little different kind of drama.
A minor crit? Or a minor crit fail?
Well, it'd be like probably a pretty huge failure, but like
Well, I mean,
maybe it depends on the check, right? Like if it's like combat versus like a skill check, like if you super fail like a stealth check, maybe like you don't get caught, but like you make a huge noise and alert everyone in the building to a problem, and then there's just like a development. Like a 2 is still a plot development.
that's true.
Like in an ideal world, in an actual play show.
But I'll just to get to my point is that the nature of the crit, the idea of it a 1 or a 20 being something so special, But in reality, it's a 5% chance difference that you'll get a 2.
Right.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to start like pontificating about how like every dice roll should be important in theory.
Yeah.
Which I definitely don't succeed at, but it's a nice dream.
I don't know. There's fun throwaways. I mean,
Right.
you get a 6 on perception.
That's true. You do have to kind of like ease your way into it. You can't have like everything be bangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the nature of the dice is that it all goes to 10, right? It's 10's the average on those D20s.
Today on the ride home, we listened to the Hades Town soundtrack a lot. Eliza's really into Hades right now. Can you guess why?
Would it be because of a video game?
Could be because of a video game. Could be because Dad's been playing a lot of Hades 2 around her.
Yeah.
And she's really into it. She like has a lot of questions about the Greek gods.
Cool.
Yeah, and just like what the heck is going on? Because like the drama in that game is like it's actually like pretty tied to the lore, the original mythology.
I've been skipping them for the last 6 days.
Oh
I think.
no, the conversations.
All of them. Yep.
My DM heart is aching. But I get it, man. You gotta smash stuff. You can't like listen to the bickering all the time.
I know. It's just when you only. I guess I don't track the characters that hard. I never know which god I'm going to be running into this time, so I don't get emotionally invested in any particular storylines.
Right. Makes sense.
Even back at home base, I'm just like, okay, you might be here, you might not. You might have something to say, you might not. I honestly don't care anymore. I know they do good gameplay, and I know people talk about the story and all that, but I'm just never going to experience it. I'm just going to go through and do the choppy until I get bored, and then I'm going to move on to something else.
Yeah, I think for me, like Eliza's been asking so many questions about them that like I have to be on top of it a little bit,
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like we went to the library and got like a book about Greek myths. And, she's like really excited to see like
totally different experience.
Yeah.
You're playing it and having an experience for someone else.
Teach her about it. Yeah.
Me, I'm just like, I want to unlock all the prophecies. I want to advance. I need to get 4 more pieces of iron so I can unlock this next thing. That's my goal.
Yeah. I've been pretty gatekept by the silver in the first zone for some reason in Erebus. But anyway, so like I've been trying to like give her this like multimedia experience where like, you're playing Hades, we're reading a book about the myths, we're listening to Hades Town. And I think it's like she's like getting it, and after like weeks of it, she's like, okay, there's Hades and Persephone and Orpheus and Eurydice. And Hermes is the messenger, and he guides the spirits down into the underworld. And that's about it. She's still pretty rusty on like all the other gods and whatever is going on with all them, but she gets those guys.
Nice.
And so Hades Town is coming to the deck next spring, the touring show.
And Urinetown is not. That's something else.
Are you just saying they both have town in the name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think they really want to. They're actually doing Urinetown at the Playhouse, I think.
No, I think it's at
or Zeitgeist?
Renegade, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Pietro. That's looking good, bud.
I just love mimics. They're so goofy.
They're scary.
They're kind of scary.
The Mimic was the last monster we fought at the cabin. Do you remember that?
The cabin.
We did a campaign.
That the casino heist?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was at the cabin.
It was at the cabin.
I was going to bring up that encounter. Yeah, that was the biggest mimic fight I've ever done.
I don't remember that one.
Sweet. It was memorable.
Yeah, because I didn't have to read any dialogue.
Yeah, true.
Just felt the emotions.
Kind of a throwdown. For the listeners, we had a fight. They were doing a casino heist. They were trying to get to the vault inside of a casino. And
which campaign was this?
This was the Skywild campaign.
Skywild.
I believe
correct.
It was.
Yes, that sounds right.
Yeah, it was. They made their way down to the vault, and it was full of treasure. But then once they were all in, the door closed behind them, and the treasure started to move because the whole vault was the inside of a mimic. Baby, some vault mimic. And so they had to fight the walls around them.
Very reminiscent of Final Fantasy II?
Is that a thing that happens?
No, Final Fantasy IV, technically. I played it when it was 2.
Is there an encounter like that in the game?
Yeah, it's not a mimic, but you fight this wall, and it's a thing where if you don't take the wall down in a certain amount of time, it pushes you off the edge, and so it's just instant kill.
Is it the demon wall?
Yeah, it might be the demon wall I'm thinking
Demon
of.
wall.
It's not the Phantom Train, because that's in 6.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
The only reason I know the demon wall, I played 4, but I don't remember it that well. But the new Magic the Gathering set, the Final Fantasy set that came out this spring, the Demon Wall was one of my most played cards in
No
that
kidding.
set. Because I played a demon deck.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it was a pretty good card. It was uncommon. But now, so it pushed you off the battlefield?
It did, well, the way the map was when you encountered it was like you were right on a ledge, and then it was a door you opened up, and you're in combat now. And so the wall would just sort of move from the left to the right side of the screen.
That's cool.
And this was kind of unusual. Like, there wasn't a lot of indications of enemy movement in a battle screen, you know?
Yeah, right.
Except for like front row, back row type stuff.
Extremely unusual.
Yeah. So to have one then advance, and if it got to you, you knew it would, you take 99 damage, max damage, get instant killed. So what happened? Did the door push you off the wall, or did it fall over you? It doesn't matter. I always just assumed it just pushed you, because I liked that. Thought it was funny.
That's cool.
That was the same one with Palom and Porom.
Is that the one with the onion knights? Or is that
It must be a
2?
different one. And that might be 2. Yeah. There were so many of them, especially with job classes I didn't get into. The only one would be like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Did you ever play 12?
Did play 12. If it wasn't online. It was 11 and 14 were the online.
Yeah,
ones.
12 was the one in Evilise with the Sky Pirates.
Yeah, that was the one that had the Gambit system?
Yes.
We talked about this one.
Love the Gambit
we
system.
both love the Gambit system.
Yep. I just want everyone in the world to know about the Gambit system. I want it to get more traction in the gaming industry. It's so good.
If you're listening and you're like, is this all they're going to talk about?
Yes.
That's what this stream's going to be.
Should we just talk about Gambit system for the rest of the...
Not Gambit system, but we can do other things. I was done with Gambit system. I just wanted to say I liked it, and I probably didn't get nearly the mileage you did. I imagine you
honestly
hog.
Actually, no. Like I like the idea of it, but like
It's like
that game is extremely long. Basically, it's like a 200-hour game or something, and I've gotten maybe like 30 to 50 hours into it, and been like, "Wow, this is a really long game. I don't think I'm going to finish it." But I've started it probably like 8 times. Seriously, I've like this is one of those ones where it's like I've got to.
This is me.
It's an unfinished loop in my head, and I've got to beat this game.
And every From Software title.
It was me and Sekiro for like 4 years until this fall. I finally beat it. I got to brag about it.
Keep doing it, bud.
Sekiro is an awesome game. I recommend it to everyone. If you can make it click. It took me 4 years of uninstalling and reinstalling it, but once you get there, it's honestly like I get
What a
it.
pitch!
It's like people on this Sekiro subreddit, which I joined because I was like, I want to hear what other people are saying about this game. They're
The most neutral class of people to ask about Sekiro.
I know. Well, it's an interesting subreddit, but the vast majority are like, this is like my comfort game, which is like such kind of a weird thing to say for a game that's like so brutally difficult and punishing. But once you get the rhythm of it, it's not so bad, and so. Like I get it at this point. Like I reinstalled it and like I just like play it once in a while just because it's really satisfying.
It's just cheaper than hiring a Dom.
It's not like honestly. There's a boss fight at the end of the first act of Sekiro that is tough. It's
No kidding.
well, hear me out.
No, you're making an excellent point on that one.
It's a lot of games have like the test boss where it's like this guy. This is especially FromSoft games all have this. Like this is the boss that kind of makes sure that you've like figured out the systems of the game because you kind of use all of them to beat it. You know.
So the test boss, where does is the test boss before you leave the training area? Or is the test boss before you fight the final boss of the game?
No, it's usually like after the first like big level.
Okay.
Or like the first like big challenge of the game. Like not the tutorial, but like.
Tutorial plus?
Like Super Mario World would be like the first castle. You know, like the
fair
first
enough.
Yeah, the first like real boss that you fight. That's not a tutorial boss.
That's the last time people compare those two games.
I don't know. Anyway, this guy, Genichiro is his name. It's like one of my favorite boss fights of all time. It's so satisfying once you beat him, but like it's really tough to do so. But once you beat him, like the rest of the game is just like, you can do the rest of it, no problem. You get it at that point.
I did reach a point with that when I played Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox.
That game was hard too, yeah.
We have a few points of conflicts, and game difficulty is one of those, at least in preference for wanting to play them, you know.
But Ninja Gaiden did it for you? The Xbox one?
Well, I don't know if I just had more patience or just more like that was the time where I wanted to beat the From Software title.
Sure.
You know, I wanted
like in
to
your life, that was the time?
Yeah, that was when I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And I did it. I don't remember if I can't say I cleared all the difficulties and yada yada and did all that, but I played it way more than I would normally play a difficult game.
Sure.
Is what I was getting at.
Yeah. All right. It's probably about time for a wash. I'm going to let this guy sit for a bit and just do a base coat on the flump quick. I'm going to make him a pink flump.
Nice, good call. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to the Dragonfly after this. I've got all this. Well, no, I'm going to use all the same colors probably, so I might as well do the other barb.
These are like the D&D paints, and they all have like monster names.
They do. I noticed that.
Fire Newt Orange, Troll Skin.
Won't you turn me into
Lich
a
Skin. Glistening Blood. Is this a wash?
That's a weird sentence to say.
Glistening Blood. Do I wash myself with you?
Is this a wash? Did I clean with this?
It's Halloween time, baby.
Add detail with this.
This flump has a bit of glue on it, and the glue is repelling the paint. That's unfortunate. It's going to be hard to paint it if it doesn't want to be painted.
What about like a dark green? What if this was a dark green focused barbarian? Let's think about that for a hot sec.
What would have dark green fur in D&D?
Hill Giant's head.
That's a good answer.
I know. What do we got here? This one is called Hooker's Green. This one is called Sap Green. So, if I were a Hill Giant, I would probably want to have the darker green. Because that would make me feel more Hill Giant-y.
Identify with it.
They do,
strongly.
yeah. Well, it's a lush hill where this one's from. Or was from. Well, I guess maybe he just got shaved.
It's an orc barber.
I mean, I don't want to, commit to a skinning situation here.
No.
So I'm going to just say that this Hill Giant hair is magical and wants to adhere to itself. So it's got a little bit, it seems almost magnetic. But really the stuff is basically like Velcro and it's just impossible to get off. That's the story. That's what we're going with. So, half-orc barb, big, poofy cloak, could be anything. I almost naturally assumed it was going to be some sort of brown or dark or animal or fur or yada, yada, yada. But no, this is Hill Giant hair. And I might throw a little bit of there's a little bit of white in there too. See what
That's
happens.
one of my favorite riddles that I remember since I was a kid, which is, like, if you go into a town, you really need a haircut, but there are two barbers in town. And you go to the first one, and his shop is just filthy. There's just hair all over the counters, and you can't even get through the door. It's like garbage, just like really poorly maintained. The guy's like rude, doesn't give you the time of day. So you leave, you go to the other barber shop in town, and it's like pristine, clean. The guy's there, he's ready for you. He's like, hey, I'll give you a haircut right now. Everybody in town recommends the first guy. Why? Because he's the one that does the better job, right? The guy whose shop is going to be filthy is because he's doing all the business in town. So if you have a barbarian who's wearing a cloak made of hill giant hair, maybe that's just like his way of showing that, like, busy guy. You know?
He's hustling.
It's like a walking advertisement, yeah.
He's hustling. I don't know.
He's a barbarian. It's right there.
Yeah, that hurt. That did not like that. Wow. That was rude.
That was probably my best pun of the night. We'll see.
I'm so sad. Alrighty. How is Chrono going? It's Chrono CCG.
Chrono CCG.
Chrono CCG.
Chrono collectible card game.
Thank you. How's it going? How's development going?
It's going, man.
You're having a time?
Yeah, there's so much to do.
Yeah.
Always. Game development is a lot of work, it turns out.
Anything you can talk about?
Yeah, so we're in we're calling it pre-alpha right now. But essentially the game works. We have a client that features a ranked ladder and draft mode, 2 different draft modes. You can do there's like tournaments.
So like the full game client. Like
yeah,
when
like
you say game client, it's like the executable or
yeah, you can download an exe it has a launcher. We're getting it set up on Epic and Steam right now.
Sweet.
We have a mobile app. I can show you on my phone after this. Like you can launch Chrono. We don't have like a mobile UI set up yet, but you can play the game.
It's pretty sweet.
On mobile. Dude. It's pretty exciting. It feels very real.
Is there a temptation to like stop and it's like, oh God, thank God, no, it's finally real. Or is it just like
just stop and like
just
run
like,
away or what?
Yeah, or are you just like enjoying it, or do you got to power forward and
I feel
happy.
I did not know what I was getting into a year and a half ago when I messaged this guy being like, let's make a spiritual successor to this game. And I was like, I can help with the writing. And then I started taking on more and more of it. And now I'm like project manager and also like, Swiss Army knife guy.
So it's like kind of what happened with me with Twin Portals, except you got better LinkedIn credits out of it.
I don't know. I mean, they're both pretty special to me at this point. But yeah, like the next big steps are getting it to like something we can monetize and making sure that people are able to enjoy it.
Nice.
And so like marketing it and we're gonna have like a closed beta next where we give out like early access codes and start like selling early access to people who really want to check it out, and we'll start like hosting tournaments and kind of doing like a soft launch that way, and then eventually it'll be a free to play game.
Do you think you'll be bringing it to some of your cons that you like?
Yeah. So
Nice.
We're planning to go to GDC next spring, probably.
No kidding.
Yeah. I should probably get my ticket for that now. It's not too late. But yeah, I mean, one of the guys on the team went this spring.
Oh, that's right. You talked about that once.
Yeah, like it was so valuable just to like meet people in like the art industry and this music industry. But what I was going to say, like, am I still enjoying it? Like, is it something valuable? Like, there are so many people now that have chipped into the project that I feel like a deep, like a burden, but like in a good way, like a responsibility to do right by all these people.
Yeah,
it's very motivating.
Your cousin, Leland, right?
Yep. So like this last week, I've been riding high on 2 things. One is my cousin Leland sent me, he's been working on music for the game. My cousin Leland, who did the Avernum song for Twin Portals, the intro. So he's making 4 tracks for Chrono. And he sent like the first one's like getting there. It's like 7.5 minutes long, and it is so good. It's so good.
I was like, this is pretty active for a menu screen.
He's like, I want it to sound like $1 million game soundtrack, and I'm going to do my best. And he's killing it.
That energy is so sweet.
Yeah. So that's wonderful, and I've just felt so like lucky and grateful, and so that's been motivating me this week. And then my daughter, we were like cleaning out her backpack, and in like her little secret pocket on the outside of her backpack, she had like a few special treasures and knickknacks, and then like a little tiny Polaroid picture of me and her that she just like kept and wanted to take with her, and it just like made me sob. It was so sweet.
Oh.
So those 2 things, no matter what's going on with work or what otherwise, that's been sustaining me.
Nice. Do you remember how we started this whole thing?
Twin Portals?
Yeah. Way back in the day.
I remember the meeting of the minds at my house.
Yeah. Was that after one of our sessions? One of the Skywild sessions?
I feel like we talked about it, but like we got together separately to like hash it out a little. Like, what could this be? What do we have an interest in doing?
I feel like we had a meeting at Sir Ben's.
We did that too, yeah. That was like, I think a little further on the process. We were trying to like plan out specifics.
Yeah. I just think about that one Blue Yeti microphone, which I think is in that closet over there now.
Thank you, Blue Yeti.
Yeah. Now we are painting on stream. Well, on camera anyways. I don't know, I always try to paint this thing like I'm doing like, can you get the first pass and that's going to be it. Brandon something long in Dutch out in Idaho was sending me pictures of his.
His dry brush?
No, his minis that he's been working on. He's got a three kobolds on each of his shoulders in a trench coat. Yeah,
perfect. Yeah,
he's been doing that one. He's playing in games out there, and he likes painting and wants to thank his DM. So he works on his skill, and the DM gets the results. Which to me, it sounds like a great trade.
What do you think the future of D&D is? Like,
well, you were kind of talking on it earlier,
like
right?
actual plays, yeah. Like,
well, I mean, what we're doing is just telling stories with rules.
Right.
You know, that's never going away.
I kind of mean like D&D specifically, but I guess more like
company,
the industry.
like,
yeah, like where do you think, is it going to just kind of keep on being what it is? Or like will it grow into more of like a multimedia empire? I know like Hasbro really wants it to be like
yeah, that's
this whole IP.
Well, do they?
I think they do. I've read reports of their like shareholder meetings where they're like, D&D is like the next Marvel.
Yeah, that's great. So support it.
Of course,
a
they
little
want
better.
it to be the most
they want it to be
successful, profitable thing in the world.
Yeah, and then if it can be good after that, cool.
Right.
That's the problem. That's what we're running into.
Yeah. So I guess maybe the follow-up question is like, is the indie market like where it's at with D&D?
I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like, why are we tied to the big business thing now when everyone can pull up a PDF?
Hell yeah.
You know, when everyone can make a UI. It's just a matter of making a good product then that people want to play and have a good time with, right?
Yep.
And if you can do that, then it's not going to matter nearly as much. If you can not have it, be centered around $50 books, that's a good thing because that's better for accessibility. Yeah, I think the future of D&D is calling it the future of tabletop and not calling it the future of D&D anymore. Mm-hmm. I think that's the future. I think it's broader than one program.
Makes sense to me.
So
it'll just kind of live on as like the gateway drug to tabletop because it's the most accessible.
Well, it's the longest lasting. It's got the best name recognition right now.
Right.
But that's not necessarily going to hold forever.
I wonder what the next big one will be.
Well, what are the folks at Crit Roll doing?
Oh my goodness.
Daggerheart. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasbro had all of the money and all the resources, so they could bring in theory, the best talent, right?
Yeah.
So you got your Jeremy Crawford.
And that's true. And now they're...
And your Perkins and your Chris Perkins,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And so the money and the opportunity to create brings everybody in. And now, for reasons, many of these heavy-duty creative types are leaving and going to this other place where they may not have as much money, but they may have more creative freedom.
Yeah, that's
and
true. I'm so excited.
Do their own thing. And we've been in this system for X years. We've got, probably 50 years of thinking about this in a professional capacity.
Right.
We have ideas of things we've wanted to change, and now we've got a system that we can create or adapt to our needs. So I think that's going to be the powerhouse right there, is the first wave of cast-offs from all of the restructuring and the
that's
corporate
true.
stuff.
I mean, Draw Steel is like launching now. That's Matthew Colville's big one. James Introcaso.
Yeah.
They're both pretty big names before the big OGL fiasco.
So that's where that's at least that's most interesting to me. Like, I've got a big stack of books over there. They all have, red bindings at the top. They all say Dungeons and Dragons on them. I never look at them. It's just give me something I can get passionate about, essentially, is it. So, and the less BS around it, the better. And that hasn't been the case as much. It's not feeling that way.
I will say I haven't dove into the new 5.5e stuff too much, aside from the Monsters Manual.
Yeah.
There's been a few different source books that have come out. And I don't know. I don't feel a strong need to. It kind of feels like rehashing what I already did with 5th edition. Do I need to get the updated version of how dragons work? I don't know. Maybe.
I can't see me replacing those books.
Right.
Especially with a system that is designed to work with those books. You're not even changing things enough,
exactly.
Get in the cracks.
Hit.
Like Beavis and Butthead over here. Yeah. I'm a child of that age, so I can drop right into
I
a
never
Beavis.
watched that show, but
Oh,
I saw a commercial for it today. Actually.
Oh, it was dumb in the great ways.
Yeah. It's still on the air. New episodes.
That's not still on the air.
Hmm.
That's something else at that point.
True. The mummified or revived corpse of Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. What's his name? Yeah, was that Mike Judge? He's making some money off that because they did the King of the Hill on Hulu too.
I was wondering if they're related.
Oh yeah, Mike Judge did both of those. In fact, Hank Hill started as a character on Beavis and Butthead. He was the neighbor who was always mad because the boys were. I believe he described it as whacking it in his tool shed.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's where Hank Hill came from.
IKEA today we bought an easel for Eliza.
Oh, nice.
Her artwork standing up.
Nice.
Pretty stoked about it.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, speaking of art.
Yeah. You can move yours closer too if you need. No worries.
I'm just going to try to get the focus just right.
Yeah. Oh, it's on autofocus, so don't trust it ever.
Yeah, that's a little better.
There's a reason why I went away from webcams. I hated those videos.
You don't like the webcams?
Oh my God, I hated those videos so much. I mean, it was better than nothing, and we needed that to get to here, but dude, I also knew it was not how I wanted us to look.
Right. Well, it's still a battle, like with the dice cameras during live shows, trying to get those to focus just right.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, getting that live show done was such a huge relief.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it sort of started turning things around for me a little bit. I don't know what happened. I had a lot of stress built up about that live show, though. Because when it was finished, whew. Things like majorly changed.
That's good.
Ended up like, I don't know if it was that. There was like a lot of things happened at once.
Mm-hmm.
And it sort of ended up making me reevaluate some things. And I actually started to kind of go through this little journey between the ears,
Do you feel like you're still on that journey?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was, yeah, dude.
Interesting. Yeah. Tell me more.
God, yeah, it honestly started like not right after the live show, but like a week after the live show. Mm-hmm. Laura and I celebrate our anniversary weekend. The way we do it is we say our anniversary is September, and we just pick a day or pick a weekend, and we decide that's when we're going to celebrate.
Yeah.
So we don't fixate on any one day,
Yeah.
So our tradition is to go down to the Minnesota Renaissance Festival. And so we get a hotel room and drive down and make a whole day of it. But we ended up having, conversations on the way down. And between that, there were some other things going on. I ended some business negotiations I was in the middle of, which were causing me like a lot of stress.
Yeah, totally.
I made the choice to not work for essentially like a big state business thing, which would have helped me professionally. It would have paid for a lot of new gear that would have been real fancy, but I would have been probably miserable and have been really bad for my mental health. And so I made the choice to not sell out my mental health for money. And
respect.
Yeah, that felt real nice. Granted, I had the opportunity to make that choice. Like, I'm in an okay situation, so not everyone has that luxury. I understand that 100%. Yeah, and then getting the episode edited, like that was the first time I'd done that, if you think about it, with all this gear.
Which gear was new on it?
2 more cameras, plus the dice
I suppose the cameras, that's the part,
plus the new location,
yeah,
plus the new cast,
right,
all that stuff. Like, there's so many things, and all of that was just building up. So, no, it ended up, being pretty good. So Laura is quite happy with the results. I am too. And, it's like, the other thing was, I kind of described it to Laura. It's like, I felt like, I had this like Theoden moment when Sermon's spell gets lifted. When I kind of realized,
I see you,
for a hot second, like, I'm not going back to that hospital.
Yeah.
The cloud of my last job kind of like lifted for some reason. I don't understand it. And it's just like I could now see the world with fresh eyes again.
That's
and
wonderful.
You'd actually have to talk to Laura to kind of get the full hit of it. It's all kind of coming in waves right now. So, But yeah, it's been an interesting month or two. So that's why when you may have been surprised and was like, yeah, let's cancel this one. Yeah, let's cancel that recording too. Let's do it like with 4 days left to go. Sure. No, I'm just
I appreciate it.
Yeah, whatever. Well, I had to cancel first because I wasn't ready. But yeah, just kind of taking things a little bit easier.
Yeah, I find it hits me like in waves. Like I'll be like really stressed for like a week or two at a time, and then like pretty good for a whole week, and then kind of like repeats.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a quick turnaround though. Like something will happen, then I'll just be like off for a few days.
I think being busy makes it harder to get distracted like that. I think I allowed myself to just focus on the negative things so much.
Sure.
I allowed that to have more control over my emotions than I should have. Like I'd live in a moment longer than was necessary. So almost like using that, just like kind of feeding off of it. So I can't say I understand all of it.
Wouldn't it be nice if we did?
Yeah. I just know today is better than yesterday.
Are you playing any like chill, cozy games these days? Or not so much?
I had a whole section I want to talk to you about video games. I haven't like talked video games with people in a long time, feels like.
Yeah, well, I feel like, I don't know, from what I've seen on Discord, like you've kind of bounced around games a little bit and not been like super deep into stuff lately. Because I keep track of my friends' video game habits, you know. That's the kind of life I lead.
When you're not busy with other things.
I just, I don't get out of the house much.
I think I turned off that saving or that sharing. Didn't I?
Oh,
Are you stalking me even harder? Good for you.
Probably, yeah. I've been tracking your IP.
I love you, bud. You're
Internet
impressive.
traffic.
All right.
No, I just mean like from what you talked about, like you had like, Expedition 33.
Yeah.
But then you got busy.
I got to get back into E33. I think the live show happened.
Right.
But yeah, I need to get back into E33. But I'm also scared. That game seemed really sad.
It's got its ups and downs.
What's the full name?
Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Expedition 33.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at like games for the holiday season because I have no need to buy a new game ever. No, I have so many games that I haven't played.
Seriously.
It's incredible. That being said, Ghost of Yote.
You haven't started it yet?
I haven't started yet. I let Laura take it for a Christmas list
Nice.
suggestion. I'm like, hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Add this one. Put this one on the list. That one, Outer Worlds 2, I was reminded, released.
Yeah, like just did.
Yeah. Final Fantasy Tactics, I want to get that again.
Is that game as good as everybody says it is?
You'll like it.
I played Tactics Advance, which I think is pretty similar.
I believe so.
maybe not.
I think Tactics is a little more brutal on the difficulty.
Okay.
So you probably will like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I struggle with tactics games sometimes. Just
Really?
Like I gotta like get into it, you know. Like once it starts to like hit its stride, then I'm like, yeah, give me more. I just mean in terms of like, to really play a tactics game, you gotta like immerse yourself in it. I feel like you gotta like remember all the mechanics from day to day and optimize and stuff. For the hard ones, at least.
I think you'd probably be fine.
That'd probably be fun.
I mean,
Yeah.
I beat the game in my 20s, so
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Tell us more about your 20s, Scott.
Well, I don't know. I'm me in difficult games. I only do like 2 of them ever. Ninja Gaiden and this one.
There's a new Ninja Gaiden now. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden 4.
I did
made by
see that.
Platinum Games.
Which is not Team Ninja?
No, so it's like, I think there's some like hardcore fans of the series that are like, oh, it's not the same.
Yeah.
But I'm a big Platinum Games fan, so I think it's kind of cool. I kind of want to get it.
What did Platinum Games do?
Oh, lots of stuff. They made the Bayonetta games, for one.
Never played them.
I think they made a couple Devil May Cries. They made
Never
Metal
played 'em.
Gear Revengeance.
Never played it.
But you know of them? Like, they're all, like, high-speed ninja flipping action games.
Mm-hmm.
They made Vanquish. Did you ever play that one?
Sounds familiar, but probably
It
not.
was like a PS3 game.
Let's say no.
Oh, it's a crazy game. They make a lot of, like, fast, high-octane action games.
A lot of Twitch.
Just like
fast
a lot of
Twitch
like
muscles.
like chopping stuff up super fast and flipping around and dodging and parrying,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, Ninja Gaiden stuff. And so somebody had the bright idea apparently to have them make a Ninja Gaiden game too. And it looks pretty cool.
Nice. All right, let's gold up these eyes. Give me a little brush.
These eyes.
Give me a little brush.
Do you ever think about getting back into theater stuff again, Scott? Like
Well,
stage or improv or otherwise?
there might be something on the horizon. Can't quite talk about it yet. Not on camera anyways. But yeah, I've had people approach me.
Cool.
So I've been learning songs and thinking about an audition packet. So something coming up. Possibly.
Very exciting.
Yeah, I don't want to speak out of turn.
Sure.
So
Well, best of luck if you're auditioning for something.
appreciate
It's
it.
always fun.
Well, people say break a leg.
Break both legs, Scott.
Jackass. Used to be a theater person. What about you? You did theater like last year about this time, didn't you?
Springtime this year.
Springtime this
I did
year.
Marjorie Prime.
I remember I didn't like you doing that.
I did. It was nice.
Got to be focused on the stuff I bring you.
Yeah. Well, that was like the lowest commitment theater thing I've ever done.
Yeah?
It was, it was like a month of rehearsal for everyone, and I missed the first half of it because we had a trip. And my
Classic
character,
Matías.
I mean, it was all worked out ahead of time.
Giving you shit, bud. I'm not the
it was-
stage manager. I don't care if you
Yeah,
were
that
there.
was great. I mean, the Renegade folks were super understanding, and it was awesome to do a show with those people, with Anika, and
I haven't worked with
the
her
whole
since
cast were great.
Bug 2011, I think. Did a lot of weird shows at Renegade and with Anika.
Yeah.
The first one I did with her was actually my first straight show at Renegade. The first one was Dink Tank, which was sketch comedy.
And then Pillow Man?
Pillow Man, yeah. With Martin McDonough's Pillow Man. And if you don't know those words, Martin McDonough, there's a messed up twist at the end. Whatever he's writing, there's a messed up twist at the end.
Didn't he do like all like the Inishmore, Man?
Yep, he did Lieutenant of Inishmore and the Beauty Queen of Lannan.
There's at least one more.
Probably.
The Cripple of Inishman, I think it was called.
Yeah, I tapped out at that point. I did 3 shows. I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm done being sad now.
Yeah.
Lieutenant of Inishmore, when we did that at Renegade, that was awesome. We played with blood cannons a lot.
Was it a very bloody show? Or just like in specific moments?
In specific moments.
Yeah.
We got to play with blood cannons. We gutted out the back of like a chair that had like a big back on it and put PVC piping through it so that we could shoot blood up to the ceiling. Because at the end of the scene...
Up to the ceiling?
Yeah. Well, up. And it just happened the ceiling was there. It stopped the blood from going further up in the air.
Sure.
At the end of the show, the blocking we had a character shooting downward into another character from behind the chair, and then for some reason the force blew the blood upwards, which was great because they get on the actress's face all over the place and created a great scene, and he got to have the gunshot sound effect again, and that's always fun.
Was that Kyle or someone else? I feel like I heard Kyle.
Kyle was in that. Friend of the show, Kyle McMillan.
Yeah.
He was in there. He had one scene as a guy being tortured.
Oh, okay. That's what I've heard about.
Yeah. He was just wearing pants. He was shirtless. Nothing there. And one of the characters was threatening to torture him by cutting off his nipple.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. But yeah, he was hanging upside down.
And this was not the Pillow Man, to be clear.
No, this was Lieutenant of Inishmore.
Yeah.
The character doing the torturing was the lieutenant.
Gotcha.
So, and then Beauty Queen of Lannan's about elder abuse. So, good times.
The Cripple of Inishman, I think, was more of just like that. Me and Angela saw that one on Broadway. We were like, let's go see a Martin McDonough show.
Maybe you've heard of it, Broadway.
Broadway, when we used to do things.
I didn't make you have kids. Take this up with
No.
Angela.
I love having kids. One day we'll do things like that again.
I'll get back there.
But it was a really lovely show, I remember. It was very like touching and moving. So maybe that's like the oddball one where it's like you actually have like your heart warmed by the end of it.
Maybe, because I did not have my heart warmed by any of those other 3 shows. I promise you. Inishmore was closest, I should say.
All right, let's slather on a little bit more here.
We got to figure out what we're going to do for December, bud.
Yeah. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, well, you got any ideas?
We could do an encounter type thing. Bring in like 2 people to play or something and
Yeah, that's a possibility.
do like I don't know, it could be a variety of different things.
Yeah. It'll be our last studio episode before we do live show.
Yeah.
Because then we're back January 10th. January 10th, we will be back at Studio 4, which I liked. That was a great spot.
Awesome.
It was very helpful getting in there early so I could set up. And I think...
The LA folks are really nice.
What's that? Yeah. Yeah. It was Katie and Isaac, I believe. Yeah, the January show, now that we've had one episode in there and we kind of got some feedback on like sound and light and stuff like that, I think we're going to come back in there. It's gonna be great.
I'm pretty excited.
I know John's probably got a fistful of notes he can apply.
Yeah, one thing I've been putting off is like kicking off this West Marches style thing on the Discord.
Yeah.
I have ideas, but I haven't like sat down and made it a real thing yet.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no reason to get it started if it's not set.
I do, like, I kind of want to get started like as we get into the winter here, so.
That'd be cool. So December, yeah, we could do an encounter thing. I'm trying to think of other stuff like break an encounter or something like that.
Yeah.
Was that kind of the idea you had with the original pitch?
There are a few different takes on it. It was like break an encounter or like try out different elements and talk about like why they work and why they don't. More of like a DM oriented, like...
Yeah, like a DM talkback or something?
Not necessarily a talkback, but like just like here's how different elements, like kind of like talking about 5-room dungeons and like how you can react to different player choices and different player needs. There's so many different sides to like crafting an encounter to like really hit.
What about bringing in a couple DMs and you have a DM conversation?
That'd be awesome. I love that.
You know any DMs?
I know a few.
I mean, right now to me that feels like it's got some legs.
Yeah.
So, and if we could find a way
I love that actually. Yeah, that'd be great.
Find a way to make it so it's not just for DMs. You know, it can't, you know, it's a DM perspective, but also make it for a wider audience too. Things that players may not have thought of, or ways that people can incorporate this into work that they're doing, their own creative stuff. Like, I'm just trying to think. I like the idea of like DMs talking about it, but I'd also like to see if we can go more with it.
Yeah.
I think the ground came out okay on that one.
Ooh, that's beautiful. Yeah. It's lush. Did you wash on it yet?
No.
You gonna?
That's probably. You saying there's room to improve?
Well, like in those like cracks, I can see like that'd be like a nice spot for some brown.
Fine.
Sorry. Critical feedback.
Give me the brown. Very critical.
I just mean I could just use some work.
So harsh.
No.
Brutal. I don't know how Eliza deals with you.
She ignores me.
That's the secret then.
That's the secret. Yeah, it's not complicated.
It's good times. All right, so just splash her all over.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, I can do
if
that.
If it's too much, then soak it up. We had a conversation earlier this week that was like one for the books.
You and Eliza?
Yeah. And I'm just proud of it, so I would share it. But she, we were driving in the car, and she's acting all confident. She's like, Dad, ask me any question about anything, and I'll answer it. I know everything. It's like, okay. So, Eliza, what does it mean to be a good person? She thought about it for a second and said, no, I mean, it's just being kind and being intelligent. I was like, that's a pretty good answer. So what does it mean to be intelligent, Eliza? And she said, well, it means understanding things, understanding the world. And I was like, that's a pretty good answer too. And then we talked about like what kinds of intelligence there are, because there's like, you know, it's like knowing things, but also like there's emotional intelligence, you know, like understanding people, and that's also part of that, you know, like having empathy. And when we talked about like why empathy is so important in the world, you know, like just being able to understand why people are acting the way they are and how to connect with them. And she kind of got it more than, it kind of got like deeper than I thought it would for like a drive to school. And when we got to school,
just dropping these truth bombs on her. Hey, we got a red light, so let's talk about the meaning of life.
Basically, that's how it goes. Catch them when they don't expect it, you know. And
I
they kind
guess.
Of get into it. Eventually, she got out of the car and she's like, "Dad, I hope you have a day full of empathy." I was like, "Oh man, that's like the sweetest thing anybody's ever said to me." I'm like, "Thank you."
Well, I got high and played Hades 2.
Hell yeah. I played so much Hades 2 the last few weeks, man. It's too much. I had one of those nights where, like, you look at the clock and you're like, oh, damn, it's actually 1:30. I gotta go to bed. Time flies. Did you ever read the Redwall books growing up?
I did not.
Okay.
If it was made of paper, I probably didn't read it.
Oh. You were just like, meh.
I had Nintendo, dude.
That explains it. I didn't have a Nintendo for a while.
I had Nintendo, and I'm not even going to say when. It's so long ago. Yeah, no, I was a video game boy. Books took too long, too much work.
Sure.
Just wasn't my jam. Plus, the Red Fern Grows made me cry.
Yeah, I remember having to read that for we had like a book challenge in elementary school.
Yeah.
And that was one of the required books.
Yep, that'll teach them.
Everybody read it and was like, wow, that was really awful. Let me just read that.
That was basically the experience. Well, I feel very sad, and I don't like that. Now people are going to see me being sad, and they're going to laugh at me for being sad. And that informed my next 30 years.
We had to figure out in Chrono, we have a bunch of dog cards in Chrono. They're called the boofs. There's a boof in each syndicate. And the sound design is tricky. We wanted it to be like...
Boofing a thing?
Shh.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Pretty sure yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, we might change the name.
Sound designing. So you're trying to sound design a boof?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out, because they have to have their on-play sound where it's like, look, a happy dog or whatever. Then when they die, you have to have a dying dog sound too. And so we don't want it to be traumatizing.
No.
So we've had to be careful with how we approach the boofs. You ever played Warhammer or any of those tabletop strategy games?
No. Always liked the stuff. In fact, right across the other side of the room, I have my board game Battle Masters, as well as Hero Quest. Mm-hmm. Both of those. Battle Masters is this big, tarp. Probably a good chunk of this table, and then all of these very Warhammer-looking figures going all around. So that was my first experience with it. Cool. Love it. It all seems extremely intimidating. The stuff I saw at ExcaliburCon I was just like, oh my...
That giant room?
Yeah.
So seriously. That was the first time I'd ever been in a room like that.
Ooh, really?
I mean, it was my first big con, yeah. I've been to a variety of kind of smaller non nerd cons. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was my first big tabletop tournament I've ever seen. And it was pretty breathtaking, to be honest.
Did you watch the tourney?
I mean, I drifted through and saw what was going on from time to time.
I went in and watched, or just kind of checked out the stuff as they were setting up. It was the detail work. It was the minis. It was
there's so much.
Scenes, the castles, the deserts, all the stuff. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
That's when I see passion like that. That's what I want. I want to have passion for something like that intently. And I just feel like I don't have whatever that is right now. There's nothing that
you do. You're just not giving yourself enough credit. I mean, what's all this?
I don't know. I don't know, bud. I'm just rolling. Right now I'm just painting a mini.
Yeah.
Painting a mini and drinking a cloudy liquid.
I mean, there's passion in that. Whether or not it's fiery passion or passion fruit.
I don't know. It's going to hopefully be a different back half of the year, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
See what happens. Maybe get another cabin run in. I did get tickets to 2DCon Unplugged.
Nice.
Which I've told you about many times.
Yeah, what time of year is that?
That's January 30th.
Okay. Maybe I should go to that too this year. I'm going to be more involved in ExcaliburCon this year, so I feel like I have to up my con knowledge and attend more of them.
2DCon Unplugged was the first one in the cities that Laura and I went to together. 2DCon has been a big gaming convention for a while. And, growing, I should say. It started small and it's continuing to grow. And at some point they branched off and did a tabletop-only version in the winter. Their main con's in August. So in winter, they take over the Doubletree Bloomington, the same venue they use for the Prime one, but they just do Unplugged, so it's just their board games. So they bring out 1,000 board games from their library and set up all of these tables in this big open poolside area is what it's called. So yeah, it's just they cap the number of tickets at 600, so you don't get overwhelmed with people.
Wow.
And you have to pre-register. They don't sell them at the gate. So we end up going down and getting a hotel room and just bouncing, going to tabletop, hanging out in the pool, hot tub, chill out in the room for a while, get some food, and then repeat the cycle. Ends up being a great time. Our favorite and most dangerous part of this con is it's called the board game replay shop. And what happens is people bring in their gently used all pieces included board games from their home collections, put a reasonable price on it, and then set it up. And some people will offer to watch that and sell it. And if someone buys it, the shop takes a small piece of it for the con, and then you get your money back for that board game. And so it's a constant rummage sale of board games over 3 days. People bringing in new ones over and over and over again.
I was really impressed by ExcaliburCon. Like I was lightly involved in it this year. That it was like my first time like on the committee, and I got to see how they planned it and saw it all come together, and it was very exciting and cool to see.
Yeah.
And I helped out with parts of it, but I wasn't like super keyed into everything. I kind of tried to like stay somewhat distant and just like help out with stuff that I knew I could definitely help with. But this year I'm going to try to like take on more of a leadership role in that. And so it'll be interesting to be more involved in like the tabletop side of the convention.
Yeah.
Yeah. See what we can do with it.
Any plans you can announce? Probably not.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe soon. Maybe like by December.
Nice.
But yeah.
Nice.
I do know a little bit about some of the programming that's coming up, and it's going to be pretty exciting. That's all I can say about that, though.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know my schedule just yet. It's kind of depend on that potential theater thing. So that will change my August.
Yeah.
If I end up getting involved in theater, one plan will happen. If I don't, another plan will happen.
Classic theater schedule.
Classic theater schedule. So Beth's putting together an interesting episode for next month. We'd originally talked music stuff, since she's got such a strong background there. But decided on a different direction. Beth wants to bring some folks in and have a conversation about what it's like finding or staying in a tabletop game as a woman.
Yeah.
So she's got a couple friends who all have experiences, good and bad, about what it's like trying to play a game of D&D or other tabletop. Trying to find games at shops, things like that, their experiences like that. So I think it should be interesting. I expect to learn a lot.
Yeah. It's always nice to have like personal stories told.
Yeah.
Just like as a general thing too. It's always good to tune into.
I think that's kind of important on this one too. Don't have anything super lined up just yet, but namely like a scheduling day.
For the November episode?
Yeah. We'll see what we end up getting. Where? What was I using for that? Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm lost.
Oh, no. Yeah, one of the things that when I was first like getting into painting and I was like, oh my gosh, I got to like read everything to figure out what I'm doing. So many things said like keep a notebook with you and write down all the colors you use so you can like replicate it later if you want to. Okay. And I was like, whatever, I can remember. I don't need to take notes about my painting. And then, like, midway through, like, the very first thing I painted, it was like, wait, shit. What am I doing here?
Well, when I learned that I could just paint more paint over the paint,
right,
it got easier.
That's true. Do you have any, like, tabletop role-playing game, like, I don't know, unmet needs or, like, story types, tropes that you'd like to explore at some point? Stuff that you've kind of, like, always been curious about? Whether it's like, like broadly like sci-fi or like mechs or Pokemon or like
honestly,
just like low-key slice of life.
My problem is I'm interested in all those things sound fun, but I feel like I'm unwilling to commit time or energy to learning new things. Honestly,
but even if it was like D&D, like regardless of the system,
like Shadowrun, I got the books; they're downstairs now. Like I love Cyberpunk so much, and I tried to learn that system, but it was so hard. Yeah. I got the Avatar game sitting right over there. I'd love to get into Avatar and try that. That might be a blast.
I've heard good things.
Blades of the Dark, that's sitting on a shelf downstairs. I want to take a look at that. There's all sorts of different things I'd love to try. I forgot the question. I'm drinking a cloudy liquid. What'd you say?
Well, no, just like regardless of system, what sort of like story or vibe?
Man, no, I'm just having
experience.
a good time. Like, I guess I never think that hard on it. Like, I'm just happy to have a story to tell, just to be a part of it. And
it's more about the people you're doing it with.
Yeah, it's about the community and everyone being there and deciding to get there and take this time together to do it.
For sure.
And if I had unmet needs in a story, I would go get those needs met in a video game. Honestly, because then I could do it at my time, at my pace, and I could pick the story.
Yeah.
So that's where I keep my sanity on that. I'm too old to be doing this late, by the way. Can we do this at sunup next time?
We could. Want to try that next time?
Yeah, 5
I'd be happy
a.m.
to. Yeah. We listen to some Spider-Verse on the way up, too. It's stuck in my head now.
Into or?
Into.
Into, the first one.
Yeah, the first one.
So good.
Yeah, the soundtrack to that one.
Love that one.
Do you feel like DMing, Scott?
I don't know if maybe if I continue to make this progress on this little mental journey I'm going on, like, I don't think I'd be good at it as I was. I think I'm becoming a little bit better of a person right now, so I've thought about it. I remember like a couple of years ago I had said, all right, I'm DMing this year, and you were like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, all right, maybe he forgot. I forgot.
It's been fun to read about Critical Role Season 4.
Yeah.
Since they have a new DM now.
Yeah.
You know, Brendan Lee Mulligan.
Yeah. Only from what you've sent me.
Yeah, I've only watched a bit of it myself, but I've read about it, of course.
Yeah, I know he... Dimension 20? Was that the one?
Yes, that's what he's most famous for.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about this many times. Like, we just do not really watch him. It never occurs to me to.
I've watched more of him, like, talking about DMing than him actually DMing.
The only thing I watch is Acking.
Yeah.
That's kind of home for me.
Yeah.
I think I got that.
Yeah, me too, pretty much.
I dig my Acking.
It's been fun, though, because Critical Role, has, like, so many millions of people that tune into it. And 100%. So to have a new DM is to be, like, everyone's always comparing them.
Oh, yeah.
And it's... What I've seen has been pretty positive so far. Like, they have different styles and methods. And people are supportive. Brendan Mulligan and Matthew Mercer.
Matt Mercer, yeah.
Yeah. And one of the biggest differences that I've read about is that Matt is, he's a voice actor by trade, and he is kind of like the big world-building lore guy. So he imbues every NPC with a life, Like, every NPC has, like, some kind of backstory, some kind of connection to the world. Like, whatever they're doing within the plot is, like, justified and super tangible, and so the players like then have like a really lived-in world to react to, which is cool. And so like Matthew, like he writes these like really detailed places, and his players then can like find their way through it. Brennan prefers to improv more, and his background is as an improv comedian and stand-up person.
That's a different skill set.
Yes. And so the way he preps is less like building the whole world in excruciating detail like Matt Mercer does, and more plotting out like tentpole moments, like maybe 3 to 5 things that he wants to happen faux show, and then kind of letting the players experiment and crafting the world around their choices and their characters as they go.
Yeah.
As long as those tentpole things still fire off.
All right.
I read that Critical Role had their first character death in Season 4.
Really?
Right. But, they have like 15 player characters or something, so...
we had one and it was traumatizing.
They planned for it, yeah. Because it's like West Marches style-ish what they're doing, and so character death is part of that. I think this blue silver looks quite nice. I'm a fan.
I don't know if I'm actually going to get any of these finished tonight.
Yeah, do you have like a point where you want to say like we're gonna let them dry and sit for a bit?
I don't know. We've been recording for 2.5 hours.
2.5? Are you serious? Is that? Whoa! I was looking at the 1:26 and I thought we were like an hour and a half in.
No, that's how much time we have left to record, and I don't think that counts down accurately either.
What's our button, Scott?
That's what we're saying. That's why I said I don't think I'm getting any of these finished tonight.
All right. Yeah.
We can keep going though. I'm having a good time.
I'm
just
happy
saying,
with these two.
It's 11:07 right now.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I don't have anything to do in the morning, so it's on you, bud.
Okay. Well, why don't we let these minis lie, then
You want to call it there?
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't think I have much else on here.
Paint
Good.
cheers.
What's that?
Paint cheers.
Paint cheers.
Tink.
Glad you came out, bud.
Yeah.
Good stream for you?
Yeah, I should take this off.
Yeah, may as well. Ow. Yeah, that'll be that.
Yeah, honestly, I was like anticipating more like quiet painting, but we had a lot to talk about.
Yeah, just sort of chatting. Like, that's kind of how I wanted it to be. Just